You are in tune to Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, and welcome back to another episode of the 5 Mic Dissection. That's right, it's that time of the month, usually the end of the month, where we talk about the long list that was The Source Magazine, who was the hip-hop Bible at the time, The Source Magazine's 5 Mic list category, right? Basically insinuating that all the albums listed on this 5 Mic category list throughout the years of the magazine's existence, even though it didn't start from the very beginning, I don't think, but we, as a crew, decided to take on the task of going through each one of these albums. And tonight's album that will be dissected is none other than, he's a legend. He's been putting it down. I believe he's a little under the weather recently. Let's keep our prayers out. But Mr. Scarface with The Fix, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Make some noise for Scarface and The Fix. Give it up one time.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Yo.
You know what I mean? Again, it goes down every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here live on Twitch. That's right. It goes down. We do episodes of Who Do You Got? Who Do You Got? The singles, the 5 Mic Dissection, and now the new show, The Tasting Menu, where we do live listening reactions to new albums. We are basically going to get right into this listening session right now of The Fix. It's an album that came out in 2002, the summer of 2002, August 6th to be exact. This is Scarface's first release on what was then known as Def Jam's new venture within house called Def Jam South. And he was not only just a client, he was the president. That's right, Scarface was actually president of the label, and this was his first release on this new label under the Def Jam umbrella. And this was, by the way, his 7th studio album. So again, just to show you the kind of work that the legend has been putting in. We are talking about an album that debuted on the top 200 at the number 4 spot. Scarface, baby. His face. Wow. Face Mob, baby. Number 4, top 200. I'm not talking about the hip-hop charts. No disrespect. This is just to show you the kind of legend that we're talking about tonight. 160,000 the first week.
Wow.
Okay? My man was putting in the fucking work. Pause, my bad. Scarface's The Fix was the first release on Def Jam's recordings. Like I said, Def Jam South. And we are talking about 3 singles that came out of this project. We'll be going over a bunch of stuff tonight. Like I said, it is a 13-track album. We're going to be starting out tonight. And again, what's the point of the dissection? We go over 5 categories while we play the entire album from beginning to end throughout the entire evening. We'll be talking about the singles, as I just mentioned. We'll be talking about the lyrics. We'll be talking about the production. We'll be talking about the skip factor, because we got to be honest, sometimes certain albums that are considered classics, should they or should they not have any skips? The discussion will go on tonight. And then last but not least, did it age well? This is the sort of levels that we'll be going through tonight when we're talking about The Fix. And again, if you want to see previous episodes of the 5 Mic Dissection, make sure you follow us on YouTube. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, one word, one phrase, one love. You know what I mean? Check us out. Like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you hit that notification bell. By the way, I've been instructed by certain memes and things I see to let our subscribers know it's holiday time. You should watch us on your television. I heard it's a lot better experience than your phone. Watch us on your television. You know what I'm saying? Give it a shot if you've never done that. If you're watching this on a regular basis on your phone right now, look me in my eyes. Watch us on the television. It's a new experience. We put in a lot of work to get all that extras on there. Let's go ahead and start doing things off. Playing things off. Like I said, let's introduce everybody in the room real quick. I want to shout the entire Eats, Beats, and Rhymes crew. Last show of the year. We got my man Cool Breeze all the way up on the West Coast. Cool Breeze, what's up, baby?
Chilla, what's going on, man? How's it going,
All right, my brother Triple C, executive producer Triple C, pardon me, from Queens. Sir, what is up, man?
Yo, I'm glad we ended this year off with The Fix.
Yeah, the Fix, baby. You know what I'm talking about? We got my man who just, you know what I'm saying? My man who always holds down 2 up, 2 down. You know what I'm saying? DJ Hobo Triple T radio representative. What is going on, sir?
What's going on? That man Dreddy said you in 4K would be crazy. He's not trying to do that.
I mean, why you gotta automatically judge as 4K? Maybe it might be like what's that new shit? Like that 5K, you know what I'm saying? We try to invest in our business, you know what I'm saying?
Aren't they on 8K already?
8K.
See, we behind. So CZ Dreddy, we behind. Pause. Let's talk to my man Ike FM all the way on the East Coast. Like I said, as far east as we go, Long Island's representative in the building, Street FM representative, Ike.
Peace, my brothers. Peace. Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year, happy holidays to everybody. My man DJ Scan, aka Baba Midi, what is going on, sir?
What up, man? What up?
Happy holidays, my man. Last but not least, the good Reverend Doctor has joined us one more again. Right when the ferry was pulling off, he did the Leonardo DiCaprio jump. You know what I'm saying? Made the boat. My man, the good Reverend Doctor, what is going on, sir?
Yo, I'm chilling, man. What's good, yo?
Oh, you sound crispy. You sound crispy right now. Your mic sound nice. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Listen, every Monday night, it goes down. I'm trying to explain to you every Monday night. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's been going this way. Keep this in mind. It's been going this way for the last 3 years. That's right. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. For everybody that supports us, thank you so much. We got more stuff in store for the next year, like I said. But tonight, we are ending the year with a 5-mic dissection episode of Scarface's The Fix. Again, what a time to be alive. We're talking about 2003, I believe, right? Release
2002.
My bad. Thank you, Triple C. 2002 release. This was a big deal because, again, Scarface never really got his flowers here on the East Coast around that time. And this album was trying to change all that. This album was trying to go and push the direction so that the East Coast could sort of hear more of his sound. Even though, ironically, it was on his, joint venture label for Def Jam South. Let's start off by playing, should we go 2 songs or 3 songs off the bat just to get the vibe going, just to understand what's going on? You want 2? Let's go 2. First song off the bat is the intro. A little short little thing right here called The Fix, named after the album as well. Again, we're going to talk about all the meanings and the hidden meanings and messages behind everything going on with The Fix. And we'll be following it up by a song called Safe. Let's start things off with the intro, The Fix.
Tape, I'm about to pop in the deck for you niggas. Turn up your radio. You're down and out. Money funny, you hustled and died. On the verge of parting your jewelry and selling your ride. Somebody should have told him ain't no life in these streets. You only out here till you touch it. When you touch it, you eat. Niggas that took too many chances shoveling the snow and ended up facing a lifetime for trying to scope. I'm giving living definitions on the subject of dope. 1 week he back on his feet, the next he's I was a 70s baby, raised in the 80s. I was barely touching 16 when shit got crazy. I remember in the 80s, me and Pops would ride. Now we conversate on acres we's about to buy. He had already been what I'm about to go through. Told me ain't no sense in gambling if you gamble to lose. You made $12, you put 7 away. You lived off the 5 and never ever fuck with your save. But when your hustle ain't evolving, that's when niggas start plotting. And when these niggas start plotting, that's when niggas start falling. I'm about my paper. These other niggas slang for the sport. Underwear tomorrow ain't promised. The game is too short. I witness niggas get it all and give it away. Getting back was out of the question. They live for the day. Then the hunger pain start up. Then the murderous plots to set up the fucking homeboy to get what he got. I mean the ones you broke your bread with, the ones you don't watch. To be the ones fucking your girlfriend the moment you watch. I know this street game backwards, forward, sideways. It used to be an honest hustle back then, but nowadays it's cutthroat. That's fucked up. Niggas won't they come up so bad they'll take a 357 and smoke they brother. A damn shame, but that's the way the game go. A chance niggas is taking, especially if they slang dope. I've been in that position back in the day and feel my homie hitting my head, the crack in my safe, and that's when hustle ain't evolving. That's when niggas start starving. And when these niggas start starving, That's when these niggas start robbing. When these niggas start robbing. These niggas got problems. That's when niggas start plotting. And when these niggas start plotting, that's when niggas start mobbing. So listen up. Small time, dope game, pushing on the corner, 20-cent cooker, 50 flippers if you want them, full of formaldehyde, my clothes reeking marijuana, cops rolling up on us, my neighborhood's like a sauna, pistol ripping, the jury won't nobody run up on us, but if they do, fuck em, we murderers, nigga, know them, I ain't playing no games, I'm on a mission for the change, motherfuck me in the lane, I'm 10 toes in the game, D, I can't slip, this whole world won't me sleep, see I hustle like a predator and prey on the weak, and play it for keeps, cause see, it's a thin red line between a nigga getting his and me getting mine. And plus I'm a nigga with that feeling like it's my time. And anybody standing in the way of that is done. I plus nine. How many times I gotta warn you? I ain't the one you pushing buttons in the sight of my gun. I'm the real live version of the Kobe Young family. So I spit this clearly so you hoes will understand me. One wrong move, and I'm gonna have to leave you for the goons. Catch you slipping and sleep in your bedroom, and then get you outed. And what the fuck was this dude thinking? You can cheat the rules of the streets and not leave stinking. I can squeeze without blinking. I'm a cold-blooded nigga, bank robber. I'm a natural born killer, drug dealer. Anything it took to survive, even if it took a nigga to die. I'm a gangster. I got a break from a sucker that he wanted to move, but the whole while I'm cooking, I'm like, fuck this dude. It's on. 36 zones of my own. Keep the money for myself and take the work back home. Call the nigga on the phone. I've just got knocked and the cops is asking about you. Come get me hot, never showed. So fuck him and the money that I owed. I gotta get rich quick scheme. Stepping on the dope, it's cold, but that's it. I'm on it like I want it. And 28 cash to change the whole game on it. That means I'm on my feet and I confront the homies D. Break them off a couple of feet and double up the key. Take it over, shoot up they spot. Make it hot when the cops try it out. Put my work on the block. And if they wanna ride for their corners, we ride right with them. Dummy move, one thing, the goon squad get them. I can squeeze without blinking. I'm a cold-blooded nigga, bank robber. I'm a natural born killer, drug dealer. Anything it took to survive, even if it took a nigga to die. I'm a gangster, no more panic, rock hustling. I'm in for the.
Ooh, I didn't want to stop that record right there, man. I did not want to stop that record right there. Let's talk about it. Scarface, The Fix. Oh, boy. I mean, I had to let the third record rock because that first intro was a little short. So I figured we can get one more just to get the vibe. Because I remember just cruising out to this album. Does anybody, again, it's not a battle tonight. Does anybody just want to talk, discuss anything? We played 3 tracks. We played the following. So we played The Fix, obviously, which is named after the album, which is the intro. Shout out to Mike Dean, who produced that. The Safe. Very dope song. I think is the first song to be played off the album. Pardon me. Mm-hmm. Produced by China Black. And that last song we just heard, In Cold Blood, produced by your man Kanye West, and that was pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good record right there.
Yeah, absolute fire, not pretty fire, absolute fire.
yeah, that was
absolute
fucking
fire.
good. I forgot, reading the track listing, I forgot how good the track listing is. We're gonna get into it. Rev, you want to speak up? What's up?
No.
Oh, nah, I was just gonna say that's one of his best joints, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Well, you said it like the first 3 records, and it's already being said in the chat. Shout out to Dreddy and Mr. September, but
Shout out to everybody in the chat. My bad. Shout out to everybody in the chat. My bad. Go ahead.
The vibe that Scarface sets off on the album from the beginning, just the what did I rest in peace, my dude's Step Pop. Because I remember we used to be over there at the crib. We about to go into the studio. And you guys listening to all of that Al Green, back row country blues shit. Like, yeah, Pop, that's what that shit is. And that's the vibe that you get. That's the vibe that you get from Scarface. You know what I mean? A real smooth, fly kind of gangster shit.
Yeah.
And the first 3 records did exactly that.
Right.
I enjoyed again the I guess like I said we could call this down, like I said, I was trying to establish it more with like, I don't really feel that he had so much of a southern sound the majority of the time, but again I think they were just trying to capitalize on the Kanye West push that was going on at Rockefeller. He was running with Jay, even though he had his own label situation. And it was just an interesting time to see, like I said, Face get this kind of East Coast recognition from a big legendary East Coast label, right? Like Def Jam, and then saying, "Hey, we want you to be the president." You know what I'm saying? Of a little company called Def Jam South.
Well, I think
You know what I mean?
I think that alone was huge for hip hop. You know what I mean? Just to hear Def Jam and Def Jam South. This is that point in time in hip hop with the music and the changing of the radio in New York. Right. So like Def Jam South was like a specifics to market or maximize the money off of that time. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like they made a bad choice.
That was a good cosign.
No. I think it was a great cosign.
I mean, Def Jam 2 was also the label you could trust still, right? You knew if it was a Def Jam product, you knew it was still a certain sound or quality of music you can kind of appreciate. So as to what Ike said, as things are changing, Def Jam was still that label I could still go to and still hear quality, good rap, whether it was from the South or not. You know what I mean? So I think that was part of it also.
Yeah, it was automatically telling you we got dope music because you already knew Def Jam. Everybody was like, "Yo, Def Jam is associated with the top of what hip hop has." So
you knew the logo, and during that time, this is at the tail end of when they tried to do the whole superhero thing. This is at the end of, what was the video game? Def Jam
New York, right?
The fighting joint? Yeah.
The wrestling game, yeah.
Vendetta or something like that.
Def Jam Vendetta.
Def Jam Vendetta, right. That's it. Sorry.
Yeah, Def Jam Vendetta. This is all like kind of like at the tail end of all of that. And then he's like, all right, I got a label and I got this album too. What we doing? And this is what happened. And I can't say that I'm mad at none of us are mad at the product. You know what I'm saying? Like Scarface, I was listening to Scarface. I have to say it had to be 1988. Gangsta of Love is what? Anybody?
What year?
Gangsta of Love by the Ghetto Boys.
What year? You're asking what year though? Is that what you're asking?
I'm taking a stab and saying 89 or so.
This might be like the early Ghetto Boys.
Yeah.
About then, and I still remember his verse on that song. You know what I'm saying? Like he
always stood out.
He always stood. I mean, all of them had their way of standing out, but he's the only one to put out an album like this from the group. I mean, Ever So Clear by Bushwick Bill was my joint, but The Fix is my favorite Ghetto Boys solo album.
The Fix.
So Gangsta Love was 1990.
90.
I'm a big Scarface fan, man. I've been a Scarface fan since Mr. Scarface back in the day. I started Small Time Dope Gang Cocaine. That's the Scarface I grew up listening to, riding around. My shout to my homie Jamie, man. He had a Isuzu iMark. I don't know if y'all remember that car, but that car is small as shit.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That car is small as shit, bro. But
it held the kicker speakers though.
So picture this. Me, I'm 6'4". My homeboy was also like 6'5", 6'4", 6'5". And so one of us had to sit in the front, one of us had to sit in the back. And because the car was so small, my homeboy Jamie had the kicker speaker, the box, the big box, but it didn't fit in the trunk. So it was in the back seat. So you had to ride around we had to take turns. You had to ride around with the kicker sitting on your lap.
You had to do what you had to do.
On your lap.
That's dedication
crazy.
right there, man.
That's dedication.
Hip-hop.
That ain't
Hip-hop.
That's dedication.
That's hip hop. White boys. Listen, people that ain't do it for that pop and rock. They ain't going that far for pop and rock music. You know what I'm saying? That's hip hop.
We gonna hear this shit.
We gonna find a way to listen to this shit.
And that's probably why I can't hear so well right now, because he didn't.
I want to ask the room before we move on. These three songs we just played, we kind of run through again the five categories. Do you feel any of these records should have been a single? Are any of these a skip?
I feel like Safe should have been a single.
Say the first song you should have been a single.
Yeah.
What about In Cold Blood at this point? Do you guys?
In Cold Blood, In Cold Blood could easily been a single.
Yeah, that could have easily been a single.
It wasn't a B-side to nothing?
I don't think so.
I
I don't think so. No, because I'll be honest with you, there's like 3 or 4 Kanye songs on this album.
Because I know, like I worked in Cold Blood, and I was wondering why they hired us to work it if it wasn't a single.
It definitely wasn't. But again, I mean, you know, that could have been like something along the lines of like, fuck it, let's work everything that Kanye's. Because again, Kanye was Kanye at this time. Kanye was starting as far as production. Pardon me.
And it was a new budget.
Again, he was the president. He okays his budget. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the president of Def Jam South. Like, this came out on Def Jam. This came out just like this. For those that don't know, it came out just like this. This little piece of work right here. Okay. So, In Cold Blood, you guys feel like could have been a single. Is it? I mean, between Safe and In Cold Blood, we're not gonna talk about the fix too much. Does anything stand out to you? Like, I feel like In Cold Blood for me, even the beat stands out to me very strongly. Even if I didn't know it was Kanye West. So for me, it's about the production when it comes to that particular song. Trip, why Safe, for example, did you feel like should have been a single? What was it? With the production or the lyrics? What do you think it was about Safe?
The lyrics. It's like he's so vivid. He's like his rhymes is like episodic, or it could be cinematic. I mean, the whole album. He could have just. It could have been like a new 50 Cent type of show. You know.
That's cool.
I mean,
I can see that.
Scarface is one of the greatest storytellers, man. He's one of the great. He's one of the greatest in which rhymes. You see the great stories that he tells, man.
I think it goes along with just his cadence, his vibe, and his voice. You know what I mean? His vocal tone. It's very distinctive. Like Scarface is one of those people that you can recognize. Like, yo, that's Scarface, right off the rip. You know what I mean?
You could definitely tell that from Dreddy was talking about it in the chat. His voice is like top tier, man. You like you said, you know it's Scarface rapping.
You pay attention when you hear him.
No question. There's no, oh, who was that? Nah, that's Face.
Right.
Yeah, almost like a sermon. Almost like a sermon. Like it's something that you have to hear. He's speaking. I have to hear this.
He does that like Southern, like kind of almost. That's a good way to put it. He does kind of Southern, like preachy kind of voice tone, and the way he draws some words out and puts inflection on words is definitely like a church influence. I don't know if that makes
that makes perfect sense. Like you don't even you could be saying some regular shit. Like just you might and it might just sound like him. Raising them head at my own. And then you might start laughing just because you said this shit like him. But that's bullshit. Like I said, that's
bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? Just you might just say something, and it might sound like the second verse on Mind Playing Tricks. Like I just start saying it out of nowhere sometimes.
I mean, I'm sure everybody in this room knows, but if anybody's watching and doesn't know, because we like to drop nuggets of knowledge around here. Technically, that was supposed to be a Scarface solo record, and then, you know, I don't know who but the powers that be were like, we're going to make this a Ghetto Boys record. And that's why he's got 2 verses on there, because he had every verse on there pretty much, except for, I think he admits to writing Bushwick Bill's verse. Willie D wrote his own verse, but that would have been 3 like 3 Scarface verses right there. Basically a full record right there.
Wow.
There's that publishing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He got that. Oh, man.
Imagine that.
It makes even more sense when you say his verse, when you say Bushwick's.
Yeah, it's still a little, you know what I'm saying? I think we just like seeing a little person just running around beating people up, scaring people in the video.
This year Halloween, feel it on the weekend.
It was scary, yo. He with or without that verse, Bushwick Bill around that time made it a point to look scary, and like it was scary looking, and it was kind of like, okay, I feel you, like.
Yo, but when he got shot in the eye, that was even crazier.
Yeah.
What's considered one of the most interesting pieces of artwork as far as like album covers are concerned is the Ghetto Boys. Same as this album, fellas. What's the one I'm talking about? You know, about to talk about the hospital scene.
Yeah, I can't.
Gurney and shit. Yeah.
Bushwick Bill.
Yeah. That's a real picture for those that don't know.
Real picture,
Max, we can get that picture right here real quick. That's a real ass picture. Your man Jay Prince got on the phone. This is the 90s or 80s. I mean, I don't know what either way. This is called 90s. Okay. Either way, there still was no like easy way to reach people. They found a way to get the guys and be like, hey, come to the hospital. We gonna take a picture and do this shit. And Bush and Bill probably like, what in the fuck you want to do? Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just it's cool. Hey, borrow my phone. And they had. Oh, my friend, no, they did have the cell phone. It's in the picture. My bad. They did have cell phones. It's in the picture. Bush and Bill holding a cell phone. The box joint. So maybe that's how they got in contact with Willie D and Scarface because they had the box.
Yeah, but he.
Is it? Where they had that? What's that shit that was like? Yeah.
Yeah. Cats had a whole trap keeper to their ear, but
and it still had the big ass antenna too. It still had the Zach Morris. It was the Zach Morris.
The Zach Morris.
It was the Zach Morris. Exactly, 100%. My man Ike. It's a Zach Morris. It's exactly what he had. Oh man, let's keep playing more music. Like I said, shout out to Scarface who got us in our feelings about all these different topics. We're talking about The Fix tonight. Again, every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here live. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes presents the 5 Mic Dissection. I want to talk about the next 2 records we're going to play. They are singles, both of them off this album. And again, just kind of playing into just what was Kanye West at the time and what was going on as far as the movement, as far as promotion is concerned. So you consider these 2 songs I'm going to play right now to be the sort of vibe that Def Jam and Def Jam South were going with in terms of Scarface's first Def Jam release. Let's start out with a record we all know and love. It's a classic. Let's talk about Guess Who's Back, featuring your man Jigga and your man Beanie Siegel. And we'll follow that up with On My Block and a favorite of everybody's. Let's go.
Talk to me, man. It's your boy Young Hov. If you turn the motherfucking noise up, we can get right into the proceedings this evening. The headphones are distorting. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. Now we working with it. The boy Face up in baseline, baby. Welcome to New York City. It's your boy Young Hov. Cheer. Kanye West on the track. Chi-Town. What's going on now? Can I talk to y'all for a minute? Let me talk to y'all for a minute. Just give me a minute of your time, baby. I don't want much. Let me talk to these motherfuckers. Guess who's Bizak? You still smell a crack in my clothes. Don't make me have to relapse on these hoes. Take it back out, they taxing them roll. When I was hugging it, niggas couldn't do nothing with it. Straight from the oven with it. Came from the dirt. I emerged from it all without a stain on my shirt. You could blame my old earth for the shit she instilled in me. Still with me. Pain plus work. Shit, she made me milk this game for all its worth. That's right. These niggas can't fuck with me. I'm calling guts every time. Track my nuts every time, homie. We make a great combination, don't we? Me and the Face Mob. Every time we face off, face it, y'all. Y'all niggas playing basic ball. I'm on the block like I'm 8 feet tall. Homie, I'm in the drop with the AC on. That's why the streets embrace me, dog. I'm so cool.
Guess who's back? Back on the block with the old Face Mob, black mittens and hoes. Don't make me relapse. Back to the block with the phone. Cause the street shit is all I know.
From the womb to the tomb, a hot pot of joy and a spoon, trying to make me 40,000 and move. Motel, star-studded, rock stars and goons. Plain clothes wanna run in my room. But nigga, guess who's been Zach? It's your boy Face Mob. Started with an 8-ball. Gotta get this cake, dog. Give niggas a break, nah. You know how the game go. Fuck you think I slang for? To go against the grain? No. I'm out here in grind mode, wrapped up in a paper chase. I wanna fuck a fine hoe and candy paint the 88. Don't got no wholesale, cause that ain't how I wanna run it. Here, take these 5 stones and bring a nigga back 100. Gotta see my feet, dude. You do shit a fiend do. If I get too hot in the kitchen, I hit the streets, fool. Money is an issue, and that's on the shizzle. My nizzle, your block warming, I come by with the fizzle. And make for sure I get to work mine a car at a time. We go to war and you ain't making a dime. Cause I got shit to lose. A nigga out here paying his dues. My baby walking, gotta get him some shoes. It's a new game brewing. Let me give you the rules. Get out of line and I'ma give you the blues. It's a new game brewing. Let me give you the rules. Get out of line and I'ma give you the blues.
And we're gonna let BD Mac.
Guess who Bizak? The boy B Mizak, aka Mr. Cracker Brick. Turn a whole one from a half a brick. Look, I mastered this. You can smell it once the plastic breaks. Hot play to make it swell up if your gasket clip. You can make your chips swell up. You don't have to pitch. Play them corners like a safety, watching traffic switch. Young and never pump fake, and you'll get past the blitz and keep your whole hood on flip. Like old box spring, pissy mattress shit. Old woke box of things, strictly blasting shit. I hug the block like quarter water. Shit, I used to hug the corner like an old deuce in a quarter. Till like deuce in the morning with the old heads. Slinging loose quarters. This Philly cat back at it. Still fucking with them crack addicts. Still busting with that black addict.
Guess who's Bizak?
For the block, boy. Take it rough. Every day it's been the same old thing on my block. You either working or you slanging cocaine on my block. You had to hustle, cause that's how we was raised on my block. And you stayed on your hop until you made you a nut on my block. To hang out was the thing back then. And even when you left out, you came back in. To my block from Holloway, Belford to Scott, Reed Road to Fox. We know the spots, so we the rocks. The drink or the blue dots on your block. You probably bred a fat pat of Tupac, a big pun of B.I. Your homeboys from knee high, and even when it was storming outside, that nigga be by. That's me, dog, on my block. I ain't had to play the big shot. Niggas knew me back when I was stealing beer from Shamrock, and my nickname was Creepy. If Black Zoom could see me, he'd be tripping. And I bet he still try to tease me. My block, where everything is everything for cheesy. My block, we probably done it all, homie, believe me. My block, we made the impossible look easy for cheesy. I'll never leave my block, my niggas need me. On my block, we ducking nigga haters and the cops. Fuck a hot rock, we racing Paula's chrome dot. On my block, it ain't no different than the next block. You get drunk and pass out and they pack you to the hospital. And when you wake up on the couch, you're going right back at it. On my block, when you're that fucked up, they laugh at it. On my block, it's just another day in the heart of the south side of Houston, Texas, making your mark. On my block, we're queuing all the time, playing dominoes. Keep the switches sweet down till my mama goes back inside. Then we can fly, pass it around a few times to get high. My block, where everything is everything for cheesy. My block, we probably done it all, homie, believe me. My block, we made the impossible look easy. My block, I'll never leave my block, my niggas need me. My block, where everything is everything for cheesy. My block, we probably done it all, homie, believe me. My block, we made the impossible look easy for cheesy. I'll never leave my block, my niggas need me.
Ooh-wee is going down in the chat. And get down with the chat. You got to check us out every Monday night live on Twitch. Make sure you check us out on Twitch, man. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Yo, 2 singles. Pretty obvious why they were singles. Fire. Shout out to fucking Mrs. September. Shout out to Swift Arms. Shout out to Dreddy. Shout out to anybody else I'm missing in the room. Like I said, I haven't been checking on the room too much, but shout out to y'all. Yo, it's crazy, both of those records. Which ones do you guys want to talk about first?
I mean, I'll jump in. I think
Go.
These 2 records are probably 2 of his more recognizable records.
Right.
2 of the records that people look at Jules showing off the Def Jam jacket.
You know, for little perks, you know what I'm saying? Little perks.
Yeah, I think honestly, but I think, you know, that's not to say that, you know, knock any of his other, you know, songs, because he has just a plethora of bangers for us. But these 2 are probably the most recognizable. I think if you go out on the street and ask most people, name me a Scarface song, it's gonna be one of these 2, or Seen a Man Cry. That one's probably up there too. But
Smile's up there as well. Smile.
Yeah, Smile.
Yeah, Smile is my shit.
Yeah, it's so we'll say it's in the top 5 Scarface.
Yeah, for sure, top 5 for sure.
But
right.
You know, I feel like Guess Who's Back is an easy one to talk about first because it's got Jay-Z on it and whatnot, Kanye West on. But
it's Scarface featuring Rockefeller, pretty much. Yeah, down to the beat.
Right.
True. But I want to talk about My Block, man. My Block is such a dope song. People who grew up in that type of environment, you can relate to that song. He was talking about shit
absolutely
that you saw on a daily, right? And if you didn't see it on the daily, you knew somebody who saw it on the daily. So like for him to put that type of storytelling and emotion in a song and have it be a banger on top of that. Crazy.
I think I think In Cold Blood is a better record than this, but because this record is relatable to everybody, like you just said, everybody either knows the block, hung out on the block, or heard of the block, or knows somebody that lived on the block like that. So it's relatable to so many. And I think it goes into the cadence of him having that sermon voice and just the choice of a fire ass sample. You know what I mean? And I think it just marries and ties. So the other record, in my personal opinion, could be better, but this is just a fire, bigger ass record. You know what I'm saying? Like undeniably why it was supposed to be a single.
Right.
Undeniable.
I mean, I lived on the block, yo. Like my shit was on Peter Jennings 2020.
Wyandanch, right?
No, Albany Ave and Great Neck Road. It was called The Block.
Yeah, the Ville. That's Avon right there. Shout out to the Sticks and the Flats.
Yeah, the block. Everything that he saw, I saw on a daily basis, and it's. I don't know. It's crazy, man. Like when you think about it, like I was listening to this is off topic. I was listening to Ghost earlier, and he was like, "Y'all be nice to the crackheads." Then I was like, "Yeah, you got to be nice to the crackheads." Like that's
part of being on the block, right?
Like part of being on the block, yo. And but those two records right there,
yep.
Oof. Man,
Yeah.
The whole feature definitely helped. Beans, I think, got him. I think.
Can we talk about Beans for a second? Can we expand on Beans for a minute?
But that was a good lineup, though. How they placed it. They placed Jay-Z first.
Oh yeah,
Jay-Z. I want to go first.
Strategic, man. That's strategic. That's to draw everybody into the record. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all strategically placed.
That's when Bo was like really in his shit at that point.
Not their first go around at a record together. There's also on the Dynasty, right? They got This Can't Be Life with again Scarface, Jay-Z, and Beanie. So
also, but guess who's back?
He was on Last of a Dying Breed? Jay-Z was on. Yeah, Last of a Dying Breed. He was on Get Out.
Yeah. Who was Space?
No, Jay-Z. Jay-Z was on Space's album Last of a Dying Breed. The song is called Get Out.
Oh, the Last of a Dying Breed. Okay. Oh, I remember that joint. Yeah.
And I want to say one thing too. This is about Beanie Siegel, man. Like we all know Beanie Siegel is nice, but it just seems like when he jumps on like a posse cut with people, it just seems like, and this is my opinion now, that he kind of outshines a lot of people in that posse cut.
I thought you were about to go the opposite direction.
You are exactly correct, sir.
You're talking about the essence. You're talking about the essence of a true MC. It don't matter who's on the record. You're supposed to eat their food, man. Shout out to Phantom. Eat their food.
I was ready to debate you right now. Like don't tell me Beanie's not nice because I was like, you chill out.
No, he's good.
You talking to me, Jules?
No. When Breeze brought up the whole thing, like, can we talk about Beanie? I was like, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Like, he's the man. Beanie's a fucking man.
But listen, because listening to some of his stuff, right? Like we know Beanie's good, but when he's on other tracks with people, it just seems like he just puts that more effort into the track than he would.
Yo,
he was supposed to be heard.
Beans is such a true essence as an MC, like just the grimy gritty of an MC. One of my favorite, I guess, Beans cadences is when he walks right out of the spot, out of the bodega. He got this Hennessy still on his breath, and he's like ready to get it live, and he starts spitting.
Yo, he's like
that's the true essence of an MC. Like you just see that, and I think that's what he carries on to those records when he hears a Jay-Z and a Scarface, because it's like, how many opportunities do we got, man? I can't be on this record half-ass.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, you're not gonna be nicer than me on this.
Right.
There's no way that's gonna happen. But look at his training, because after after working with the Roots and then hearing Philly Most Wanted, and then all of this stuff was forming and got to this point, I found out that him and Black Thought used to, rhyme together.
Yeah, I saw that.
It made sense because I was like,
Perfect
yo, they
sense.
kind of rhyme alike in a lot of different ways.
Perfect
Like they
sense,
have a
man.
way of contorting words.
Yeah.
Shout out to Philly in general. Philly got
Mm-hmm.
Philly got like pause spitters. You know what I'm saying? Like they have legit. Like they got people that make champion and dancey pop music and all that shit too coming out of Philly. But like you can be sure that like there's gonna be some dudes that are fucking vicious behind the mic, young dudes now especially too that are just fucking spitting.
Everything, yo, Philly is dope with the food, with the music, and the people. Fuck they sports teams. I'm just saying that respect as a salty Giants fan, as a salty Giants Saquon Barkley fan.
Listen,
Salty.
Hey, it sounded like.
That's right.
Second.
Y'all traded a nigga like a slave, and now he killing y'all.
Destroying the league.
Talk about it.
I want to add on to what Breeze brought up again about Beanie. Shout out to D Benny 13 or D Ben. I'm my bad if I said it wrong. They were having a debate about Beanie and his Reservoir Dogs verse as well, and it's like that's another one.
That's one of them ones. Like that,
because like he knew he was in the room with a bunch of fucking pit bulls. It was like
you're in the room with Jada and Jay-Z.
The locks in there, which is already an inspiration. He makes it clear on the verse, and then Jay obviously, and it's just like, oh shit, we about to do this, huh? Like, and ain't Sauce on that record too? No.
But as big as
Sauce Money is on that record.
He is on that record, yeah. And Sauce is no joke either. Sauce is. I'm surprised Sauce never got further as far as a career in terms of being one of those guys, because this is a guy that quietly goes wrote
different.
No. So there's a whole story behind that. Like he had the. I was gonna talk about. This is the guy that ghost wrote "I'll Be Missing You" for Puff for the B.I.G. record. You know what I'm saying? And he just recently got paid. You know what I'm saying? And he was able to get only like 100,000 out of it. And this is before Diddy disappeared, you know what I'm saying, or got locked up.
That's what we calling it. He disappeared.
I mean, like, imagine how many other people he owes money and like they're never gonna, you know what I'm saying? So he was looking to get his bread.
If he was smart, he was trying to clear a lot of that up before, you know.
Dude, all this shit go back to
why would I spend money on shit? Like I need to make sure I got money for lawyers.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about your fucking bill. Sorry, like that invoice is in standstill at the moment. It's processing.
This is Sean Combs. He got plenty of money.
This shit been going on for so long.
He needs the kind of money that he got times a few more to guarantee a win.
Yeah.
Because you listen, the whole point is not to spend the whole bag to get out.
Scarface, bro. Let that man sit in jail. Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I don't think he getting out. But that doesn't stop the fact that he probably about to spend the kind of bread that tries to get out.
He's saying get back to the music.
Fuck that dude.
You're right. Yeah, we off topic. You're right. We off topic. We mad on topic. We talking about Sauce Money. Shout out to Sauce Money. Sauce Money was crazy. One of the original. You could even call him an early Rockefeller artist because I have vinyl that had Sauce Money and Rockefeller logos back in the day. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think as far as paperwork, I don't think he signed any dotted lines.
Yo, but guess
shout out DJ Hobo.
Yeah,
let's talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, as big as the single that was, they didn't have no video treatment for it. They didn't do anything with that.
No, I'm surprised they did a video for that, man.
That's again, Jay.
They not.
Jay is Jay at that time. He's probably on tour somewhere, and it's like, we'll make that video. We're probably not gonna make that video.
You make that time for Face. You make that time.
You do, but at the same time, again, Jigga is Jigga at that time. This is what, 2003? 2002?
Yeah.
What album? What Jay-Z album are we up to by 2002? By the way, does anybody know in the chat? Anybody in the room?
Probably Volume 2.
Blueprint.
Yeah, he's probably right. Right, maybe even Volume 2. He's right.
Yeah. Oh, Blueprint Volume 2, maybe.
Probably Volume 2, which wasn't that amazing to me, but still.
But yo,
it's Jay-Z after the Blueprint.
Did you see the breakdown of the Guess Who's Back verse of Scarface's verse?
No.
Getting back to what Hobo was saying. So apparently when he went in, so that's the verse he starts off from the room to the tomb, right?
Yeah.
So apparently, right when he got to the studio, he got news that his childhood friend had passed away. Like,
that's different record though. That's different record.
No, they said it was this one because they put the verse up. Whatever Scarface stand thing or whatever, you know, he retweeted it. So I was like, okay, maybe it's official, but that's crazy that he went in there and just, you would think, you know, you going in the studio with Beans and Hov, you're going to use that verse. And apparently he just used that verse of what he was feeling at the time. You know what I'm saying?
But isn't that record the This Can't Be Life?
No, This Can't Be Life was his homeboy losing his son. His son.
Yeah,
that's the bad news that he got, right? What bad news did he get off of this record?
It was his homie, apparently.
Oh, his homeboy passed away, not his homie's son. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Damn, he stay getting bad news being around Jigga.
Word.
I don't know.
I just happened to see that like maybe a few days ago. But anyway.
Let's keep playing music, everybody. Like I said, Eve Beats Around presents Scarface to Fix, the 5 Mic Dissection. Let's keep talking about it. We just played 2 singles, obviously. I think it's safe to say that the singles did their job properly. I mean, does anybody want to expand at all about the production or the lyrics? Or, I mean, obviously there's no skip factor related to either one of these songs.
No.
Yeah. I feel like Kanye production was like pocket Kanye, right? This was, say what you will about Kanye and whatnot. I feel like
he was in his bag at this time.
At this point, man, he was really getting to it at this point. The beats he was putting out at this point in time,
they were working.
All of them were crazy. All of them.
They all worked.
In 2002, if I asked about Jay-Z, in 2002, what Kanye album are we up to in 2002?
No Kanye album. Kanye first album came out in 2004.
Yeah, no Kanye album.
No shit. Interesting.
He's just a producer. He's just a producer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
he's on the Mad Rapper. That's what album he's on.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember Ghost producing. That's interesting, man. Again, yeah, he chose his destiny. He knew what he was going to do. Let's keep pushing forward. Again, we're going to keep playing more music. By the way, this is, if you want to count it with the intro, this is the first 5 to 6 tracks going into the album.
Mm-hmm.
We're sort of almost at the halfway point. Mm-hmm. It's a good run. It's a good run.
Well,
I remember.
Hobo, who won the poll between who made the beat better?
Oh yeah, hold on.
Hold a bit. While you look for that answer, Hobo's about to pull up a quick voting booth that we had in our chat room for those watching at home. It's interesting because it came up a lot in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat that joined us. MOP, for those that don't know, sampled this exact same record, right, to make this sample.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the name of their record?
Be Real Black for Me, Donny Hathaway, Roberta Flack.
No, the MOP record.
The MOP record, yeah. World famous. Sorry,
World famous. There you go. So MOP, they use the exact same loop.
Way earlier.
Yeah, we talked about
way earlier. Yeah, well, they're talking about in the chat. We're talking about it now, for people watching at home. Basically, the question came up in the chat, who used it better? So DJ Hobo decided to put up a voting booth. What were the results, DJ Hobo? MOP or was it Face? And we're talking about the My Block sample.
It was actually 3 people because DTP used it as well.
Sure did.
So they did?
Yeah, yep. They did. And it was DTP got 0 votes. MOP got 2 votes, and Scarface got 6. Some of y'all not voting.
Well, we see how many people are in the room, and you can just participate. Just hit a little button. You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
But with that said, 75% of the votes went to Scarface, and I co-sign. I agree.
Scarface's verse is very dope. He's a dope storyteller. Very dope storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep going and pushing forward. Again, we're going to keep playing music off the Fix. Let's play another 2 records or 3, depending how the vibe goes. Next few records, again, are a song called Keep Me Down which, if I'm not mistaken, is produced by one of Suave House's own in-house producers, your man T-Mix.
Notch produced "Keep Me Down."
Oh no, my bad. No, so yeah, that's I jumped the track. My bad. He's absolutely right. So, by the way, yeah, you got it, Virginia. I do want to shout out. Nasheem Marique, who did On My Block for Face. We were just talking about which is the better record, right? Nasheem Marique, Hitman, right at the time, who's one of the hitmen down in Puff. And by the way, a lot of legendary, dope records under this man's belt. Don't sleep on Nasheem Marique. He's fire. We gotta do an episode on him, I think, one day. Him and Carlos Brody, July 6th, Brody.
Yeah.
Those two together. Fire. But DJ Hobo is correct. Before we talk about the T-Mix record that was brought to us by the Suave House producer, there is a record we're gonna play next that again brought to us by a very fire producer out of Virginia. We're talking about Knots out of VA.
Knots Raw.
Keep Me Down. That's right. Knots Raw. Keep Me Down is the name of that record. And then we'll be playing again T-Mix out of the Suave House camp, a record, What Can I Do, featuring Kelly Price. And we'll see if we get to the next one after that. Let's just get these two out the way. So we'll see how this goes right here. Let's go with Keep Me Down.
Sorry about a nigga always trying to keep you down, you know? Now touch that. Feel it. Made something from nothing and vowed to never tear it apart. We turned the street hustle into an art that would quickly change life forever for us. No more riding bikes and catching the bus. We on the roll up, money to fold up. With cognac and cook, yo, that got the neighborhood about to blow up. But hold up, I see this van sitting, this old cat in a fitted, trying to get your little homie toe up. Yo, bro, we ain't working on this corner, take your ass on, dog, before you make me feed your ass to my hoes, you fucking faggot. I know you wanna catch me with this bag so you can hide me, or with my 44 so you can 45 me. You put this shit off in our neighborhoods and sweat us, and when you finally catch us up, you give us letters. A cold thing, just when a nigga reaches gold, man, you hand him a case for easing out the dope game. And now I'm watching this unfold with the time. You don't really want a nigga to climb, you rather separate me from my family forever. Instead of trying to keep us together, you motherfuckers would rather. So what I rap about these streets, it don't make me be no less of a man than a person that do work with his hands. It's bad enough I got to deal with all these pressures to stand. You trying to make me stray away from my plan. Know what I'm saying? I'm from the gutter, where all we had was one another. No wheat bread to butter, from one bed to the other. All uncles and no brother. My mother's at work. My grandfather was my dad, and when he died, it hurt. And as I hold back the tears, my eye well swell. I've been praying for heaven, I've been living in hell. And these niggas in my age group is dead or either locked up. The bitches know better, they smoked out or knocked up. But I still love my hood, that's where it started. Ain't no hard feelings, we partners, nigga, regardless. That's why you always see me coming around, cause I can never turn my back on my town. But still I'm watching this unfold with the time. You don't really want a nigga to climb, you'd rather separate me from my family forever. Instead of trying to keep us together, you motherfuckers would rather keep me down. Watching this unfold with the time. You don't really want a nigga to climb, you'd rather separate me from my family forever. Instead of trying to keep us together, you motherfuckers would rather. Money never changed me.
It's got that Suave House feel.
What can I do to make it better? Yeah.
I thank the Lord for every morning He allows me to rise. And though the sun is shining, there's a cloud in the sky, letting me know that at any moment there could be rain. And as beautiful as life is, there still could be pain. Down the block, I hear the sirens just screaming away. And then the inevitable happens, the ending of days, sad as it sounds. But that's the price we all gotta pay. And the whole world knows God give it, we take it away. Living, I learn. I sit and watch my cigarette burn down to the ash. It reminds me of the now and the past. I save me a prayer, cause eventually I'll stand in the path of the souls in the dark roads that lead to the man. Child is born, bloody naked, clinging to life, unaware of his surroundings or breathing his right. In the arms of his mother, as he looks in her eyes, he takes his first breath and he screams. At the same time, another mother murders her kids. And the unbearable thought of this here just brings me to tears. It's hard enough we gotta raise our kids to live in this world so full of hate with no faith, killing your birds. And sometimes I gotta sit it down and wonder myself. But then again, I ain't Jesus, and I couldn't help. All I can do is hope I never live with the fact that I heard one of my seeds, cause dealing with that would be the hardest thing I never have to do in my time. I'd have to take my own life too, and I couldn't climb the stairway that you hear me sing about in my rhyme. And the parent hurting his kid ain't the signs of time. I know it's truth in that statement, we just living to die. But I believe if you're living right, you live in the sky. Looking down on the good and the bad, the world as a whole. Now hopefully you did what you did when you had to go. I'll say goodbye to you.
Ooh, we're talking about in the chat. Again, if you're not down with the chat, you got to join us on a Monday night live, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Twitch. Everybody's talking about the same thing. I'm sure everybody's feeling in this room right here. Something about this last record right here, featuring Kelly Price. Okay, we're talking about What Can I Do? This is classic Scarface. This is what makes this record so beautiful. This is exactly what, if you're a Face fan and you're maybe feeling a little bit too East Coast on this album, right? It sounds very East Coasty, right? Like, this is for y'all who like need that classic Scarface sound. Who's talking about Preacher? Who am I talking about? Preacher Scarface.
Me. It was me. I was saying it.
It's the perfect description because it's exactly how he sound.
Yep, that's why he's holding that book like it's a Bible.
I was kind of trying to be fun. Like he's preaching. He like when I'm stepping to the room, you have to understand what's going on. And it's like, damn.
Just the way he like kind of lowered his voice a little bit just to like match the sentiment of not even just the beat, but the way that the beat felt and what he was saying when he was rocking over the beat, man. Heavy ass song, dude, and just that's like quintessential Scarface for me. He'll give you a party record, he'll give you like some real hard gangster record, but then he'll also give you this and make you fucking think and sit back like fuck.
Yeah,
I think that's the genius about this time, man, is that like a record like this really just highlights again how we always talk about the differences in the eras, and that he's really talking about real life stuff going on, man. He's really letting you know through his story what's happening. Flow is immaculate, the cadence, the verbiage, everything about this is a Scarface record. And what's kind of dope listening to this right now is that we kind of need more records like this, man. I think because we don't have these records anymore is one of the reasons, in my opinion, that the music is suffering right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, think about what the genius means to Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? Like when you think about how crazy and how gangster everything was, there was at least this one person that was a solid foundation, and that's the same vibe, like as you just stated, that Scarface gave. And I think that's kind of something they wanted to take out of hip hop. But then again, I don't think there's too many that can or sound like Scarface. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you have to, it has to come from the right person, or it's just going to sound like bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So like if you were driving around about to do something crazy and Scarface saw you and he told you like, nah, man, put that down. Why don't you just chill here with my homies and da-da-da. You don't need to do that because, yo, my little cousin got shot and da-da-da. He tell you a story, you be like, yo, damn, son, like, I don't even want to ride on them right now.
Yo, let me out, man.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm just still here,
let me out.
Let me out. Don't. Let me out.
But I'm just still here. And the youth, we need that. You know what I mean? That's the Southern version of PE. You know what I'm saying? And the balance of hip hop, the Nubian Nation and all of that, everything like that. Like that was the balance of hip hop that was there. This is probably like the end of that balance, kind of towards the end of that balance.
It was a weird time, man.
Now,
Yo,
nowadays we got honey mustards and Chanel bags on MC.
Hi everybody.
He says Chanel's and honey mustards. What was the name of the record before this one though? The first record that we played.
the record, yeah. So again, let's talk about that record real quick. We're actually talking about "Keep Me Down" by Knots and Scarface. Obviously, Knots. I would have never known without reading that, but it's a fire beat. That because it sounds like because it's a southern sample, right? Sounds like it's like a southern record kind of sample. At least that's what I think. I would have never guessed that was Knots on the beat. It sounds like a southern kind of beat to me, and I was like, oh shit, that's crazy.
He's from the South.
Yeah.
Facts. That's right. That's a good point. Very good point.
Somebody brought it up earlier, just like the blues that Scarface has a tendency to bring to his records. He incorporates that in there, which is again a nod to the South, again to that feeling of emotions in what you're doing in music, because the blues is all about emotions. And if you catch a blues sample and throw it in a record, once again,
and real quick to add on to I think if you know, because this was Knots around 2002, so this is Knots coming out of his debuts with Busta Rhymes. So the thing is, listening to that record, because remember during this time, prior to this record, Knots was kind of known for using the show tunes, kind of stuff like "Get Out" by Busta and some of the other records that came out around that time. So I think to hear this beat, the way he chopped up the blues sample, you could tell he kind of crafted it, in my opinion, specifically for Scarface in this particular instance.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I was going to say at the top of this discussion about that record, that's one of those records that's in that Scarface bag. Like the one with Kelly Price is, but that one also, like that one is a very, to me anyway, personally, is a very distinctive kind of Scarface record. I like, I know the singles, but did you check this? Like, nah, you got to listen to this. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think it's interesting. Mr. September wrote something up in the chat. He says Scarface either talked you out of shit or showed you how to do it right. And it was like, it's a pretty good explanation. I like that. He was either tell you about life or tell you how you know what I mean? Like that is a really cool assessment. We got to talk about this man, like I said, and give him his flowers. Again, this is his first 5 mic album. The man's a legend without it, because the man has a long amount of catalog. Pause. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of music that this man's put out. This just happens to be the one we're highlighting this evening. Shout out to everyone again that joins us every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here, live on Twitch. And if you're watching at home on YouTube, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. And again, on this holiday season, check out an episode or two on your television. I hear it's quite the experience. Hit the what's that button on your phone? Hit the signal, send it to the get the Bluetooth going. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes in 4K, baby. You know what I'm saying?
We got to look crazy. That's got to look nuts.
It's pretty crispy. I'm not gonna lie.
Myself.
You can also
maybe I'm just speaking about myself. You know what I mean?
To throw us a subscription, so I'll throw that out there too. If you got Amazon,
say it again, Hobo. Say it again.
If you have Amazon Prime, you can throw us a subscription through Amazon Prime. Doesn't cost you anything. It just comes as part of your Prime benefits, if you will.
No shit, guys. Do us that favor. Like I said, if you've been messing with us for this long, you have a Prime membership, which a lot of us do. Everybody in here should be doing it, if that's the case. Us too. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at all of y'all. If you got a Prime membership, do exactly what Hobo said. Like I said, leave it in the chat if you don't mind, Hobo, for those that need a description on what they got to do. But if you could hit the subscribe button, that costs you nothing. If you got Amazon Prime for Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, we truly appreciate it. Like I said, it would do wonders for whatever algorithm we're being a part of. I want to talk about Scarface before we move to the next songs, because the next batch are pretty special as well. But everybody is talking about how, he uplifts you and he talks you out of shit, or, he tells you how to do it right. I think you guys need to look at the artwork. This is a man that, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of secret meanings behind the artwork on the fix. For example,
secret.
For example, the word "the fix," there was nothing broken. There was nothing broken. And if you open said CD,
really?
Remember these? Remember young people who don't know, this was a CD. This is where we played music from. So when the internet goes out one day, we can still play these. Look at your man face, chilling, finger up. Your man face. We can still listen to music and y'all can't. You know what I mean? And last but not least, I gotta show this because like, a lot of thought went into the packaging on this because it's not your average jewel case. Okay, this is what we used to call a.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Insert.
No, there's a different name for it.
It was a whole book, right? It was
a booklet, but we used to have a specific name for these kind of copies because the jewel case is the jewel case, and this was a sleeve or some shit like that. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But a lot of thought went into it because, like I said, they all came like this. By the way, when they came wrapped as well, the wrapping was crazy. This is a promo copy that's been over for years, but when you look at the booklet, this is the guy we talk about who's spitting knowledge. You know, saying trying to uplift everybody. It's packaged. You know what I'm saying? Like paraphernalia. You know what I mean? It's packaged like paraphernalia. If you don't know what this is, you know what I'm saying? It's a little baggie of dope. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you just need to be able to speak the language, man.
You gotta speak the language to get your message.
Listen, man.
To get your message across.
Yo, how are you supposed to hide something? You put it in a book, man. Right?
That's a fact. It's a good point. So the fixed baggie, you know what I'm saying? This is included with the CD. Okay, again, pretty original. You got the booklet that looks like if you know, you know. It's imitating tinfoil. If you know, you know. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. But the tinfoil is actually the CD booklet featuring the breakdown of every track. You know what I'm saying? As well as
like Jules is acting like he's still on the job.
You know what I'm saying? I worked this particular project. Full disclosure, I did work this project. I'm not gonna lie. Because a lot of times I don't remember projects I worked just because I had a CD on my desk. I think, did I work that? I know for a fact I worked this project.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? This is a little inserts. We try to get a little extra promotion in your CD copy. You know, don't forget the next Def Jam South artist right here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Chicken and Beer album. You know what I'm saying? Actually, the first Def Jam South artist, pardon me. You know what I'm saying? And then you guys were just talking about the DTP.
Right. Yeah.
The Golden Green album. And then you got a little promotion for a little old rap. You know, you see Jay Prince got to get in on this. Like, yeah, Def Jam.
Yo.
Get my insert in there.
When they put that album out, they opened a spot called Chicken and Beer on 23rd and 7th.
In Atlanta?
No, in Manhattan.
New York. It was like
shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yo, the packaging on this was very original and very dope. That's why I just needed this kind of stress it for a minute. Because, again, everybody was going regular jewel case. Sometimes maybe changing the color of your jewel case was a big deal. But having like this sort of... This was fire. It was a little extra. It's the details, exactly. If you're gonna want me to spend money, why should I spend the money? And by the way, this was also part of the era of the enhanced CD.
Yes.
So there's probably a bunch of content on this CD like that doesn't work anymore. But
unless you got a CD-ROM,
enhanced.
unless you have an old laptop from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And then you can still,
you can if you have a Mac desktop, you just pop the shit in the CD shit, man.
I don't think so. I'll try it.
If you got a CD-ROM, it'll work.
Well, we'll try it at the end of the show. We'll do a share screen. I literally, this is how old my computer is, and me and Scan have been working on getting me a new one. I have a CD drive on this very laptop we broadcasting from tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Jules got the first Apple. The shit don't got a bite in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a little, it's a little crab apple. It was still a little mini.
It's just the full little apple.
I got 3 computers in front of me, and I don't have any space on any of them. I'm doing this on my phone right now.
I want to talk about the next records that are coming up because we do that keep pushing forward. Again, we're talking about the Fix tonight, Scarface, 5 Mic Dissection. I think it's safe to say. Well, I want to ask real quick. Either one of these records that were just played, Keep Me Down by Knots and What Can I Do by T-Mix featuring Kelly Price, does it have single potential?
Yeah, for sure. I think the one with Kelly definitely.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Shout out to.
I think more in like a video version of single. Like I don't even know it needs to be a single as much as just a video. Because I can see like a cool story.
You can play that later.
I don't know if it would get radio though. You think it would get radio? Maybe.
No, I don't necessarily think it would get radio, but you know how it was, back then.
And I'm talking about at that time.
It would
radio
at
today.
that time. Yeah, at that time, you could still put that out, and it may not get. But then also too, remember, it might. Sometimes the New York bias could get it wouldn't get New York radio, but I could get radio.
The video vibes would have.
I could see it getting radio elsewhere.
I could see it plenty of radio overnight New York radio. That's what I was just about to say.
Okay.
Tricky, you want to say something?
You're right.
It'll start there.
I know Angie would have played it.
I don't
After
know. Like I
it
said,
was on
I
overnight.
think New York always had a bias towards, like I said, the South and the West at some point in time. Not anymore. That shit is over. They won't even leave. You know what I'm saying? We let them in, they won't leave. But fair to say, no skip factor for either of these records is what I'm kind of getting, right?
Nah,
Right.
no skip. No skip.
Fair enough. Let's keep pushing forward. Again, next records we're going to talk about the next two records. We're going to talk about. It gets really interesting. We got again one of the illest lyricists from the South, the lyricist in the game. Period. Scarface, obviously, one of the illest, joining up with one of New York's illest lyricists. We got Nas and Scarface on the track together. All right, a little song called "In Between Us" featuring Tanya Heron, and it's produced by Face himself, with a little co-production from Mike Dean. If you don't know, you know Mike Dean, who's pretty much mixed almost everything on this project, by the way, and produced a few songs. Actually, yeah, he did. Actually, no, I think he just did the outro and the intro. Yeah, no Mike Dean's songs per se. So this might be Mike Dean's production contribution right now. First time. If you don't know, you know Mike Dean and Scarface go back. Mm-hmm. And then next song after that, we're going to play something by the Neptunes, right? With Scarface, something I would have never been like, that don't even make sense. But we're going to check it out, featuring Faith Evans. Let's have faith in the system, because apparently, again, we're talking about a 5 mic classic. Let's keep going. Let's play In Between Us featuring Nas.
Circumstances are like my first fight. I lost it with swinging, my arms bugging, adrenaline pumping. Oh shit, this little nigga's thugging. I mean, I was 13, I was nursing a knot on my face, but chose another time and a place that I would avenge my last fight. Cause the same shit ain't gonna happen that just happened last night. Knuckle game changed quicker than lightning. Hit him or slice him, either stick him or blast pipes. It's the fast life. I try to give another nigga advice. Shoot dice, do plenty of shit. Cause this life, how many you get? How many niggas do you know get to? Besides a nigga who snitched to skip a life bid, be one of your crew. I don't respect killers, I respect OD knowledge. Codes of the streets got new rules, but no guidance. Lessons detrimental to a young disciple. Folks, take care of your brothers. Niggas do as I do. Keep your enemies close where they can see you. It's not your enemy who gets you. It's always your own people. 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 It's always your own people.
Confusion in my head, killing me, driving me mad, got me wondering, can I trust my friends? Cause you stick me in my back every chance they get. Am I paranoid? And if that's the case, is it curable? Can you help me find my ways? I can handle this. I'm losing it with a loose grip. I'm hanging on to emptiness. Help your brother, save him from the evil demons in between us, came between us.
Time never came. You'd probably rather see me die in the game. You'd probably rather see me die in the plane than to see me up on top of my thing. I get my money, shit changed, and niggas start looking at me different than this, and downplay the real nigga shit to get with a bitch. But I'ma tell a motherfucker like this: you only good as what you come up against. Nigga, you get what you get. Show the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. But any attempts, if you gon' meet the guy in the trench, I'ma start it while you riding the bench. You saying you a player? Well, I'm the one designing your prince. Something to go by to let these niggas know I don't believe in letting shit slide. Nigga gon' die. Best friends is high school seniors with the homeboys demeanor. But let the bullshit come between us. walk with you, follow in your footsteps, talk with you to find out where my goods kept. I've been going away from home for so long, seems like everything I try to do without you go wrong. I'm confused about a lot of things, but not with my faith, so I'm depending on your Holy Ghost to guide me the way. See, I'm a sinner in the third degree. Ain't afraid to admit, cause I've seen niggas worse than me. Who am I to judge a man when I'm a man myself? In the dark trying to get me some help, you know? I went from pawn to king back to pawn, doing my best to try to ease out the storm. I know that every tunnel's got an end in the light, and I prepared a new beginning in Christ. My life is like a jigsaw, dulling in time, and as I'm thumbing through this jigsaw puzzle of mine,
Oh, God is watching from above. Sometimes I wonder what I'd do without His love. Without His love, although life is full of adversity, I know He's with me. Yes, He is. He's with me. I know someday, He's gonna come get me. Someday, he'll come get me.
seems like every other Wednesday.
So 2 records with features finally. Like I said, we didn't really have a feature since the Jay-Z and Beanie record. So we have our next set of features, which we just went through. This was obviously Nas making an appearance and Faith Evans, 2 different songs. In between us featuring Nas, I want to go through that real quick. What do you guys think? What are y'all thinking?
It was cool. I'm surprised it happened. He had Jay-Z and Nas on the same album. That's when they was beefing.
I mean, I think Jay was definitely very accepting of a legend like Scarface going, it's my album, and I want to put whatever the fuck I want to put on my album. And Nas is still Nas, so he could understand being like, I got a Nas verse coming. Like,
Yeah, I don't think there's no problem.
And Nas have done records together before, like a favorite for a favorite. I don't remember which Nas album that's on, but
I am.
Yeah, so they did records together. So it's not really
exactly.
Nah, I was thinking Jay-Z could have been petty. Like, nah, you can't have him on, you know.
You can't tell the legend no. Like it's still the legend. He's not like a new artist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He ain't gonna PD crack him. We all know about the PD cracking Cameron story. Like Cam had the verse, Jay said no you don't, and he son PD crack. Ain't nobody sunning Scarface. It's not gonna happen. He's like, no, I gotta. What do y'all think about the interesting the production style of that particular record? First of all, again, that's Scarface on the production. There's like a gap where I feel like somebody could have been maybe doing something and they just left it blank, and then you have a cool guitar kind of solo thing going on, which I forgot about, and which was pretty cool.
I liked the song. I thought it was good, but the only thing it was kind of throwing me off was the singing, like the hook.
Yeah, she sounded like she was getting her back blown.
Yeah.
Jesus, Trip. Jesus.
Damn, son.
Yo, Trip is out here on a mission, wrapping up this 2024 on a mission out here.
I mean,
get them mimosas and burners. I got you, son.
Yeah.
Kind of sound like she was getting worn out. I was like, why is her voice?
This is hysterical.
I will say this. Like the production, I guess, would be considered an East Coast or New York sounding production as compared to what Scarface was on prior. But I think just the mixing and overall sound of just all of the records are top notch, man. Like just everything has just been top notch as far as how they use the instruments and the layers of the samples and the sounds, and which
That's
I think
Dean.
Which is very important because people forget that as an MC, you were also a part of the instrument, being that final tune to that record. That's what makes the record. It all has to coincide and come together. So I think the mixing was done so that way that these 2 records just accentuate his vocal tone and his cadence.
It's very good point. And the Tanya, what's her name? Horan? Let me make sure I get her. Tanya
Heron,
Heron.
right? You said Heron, right? They gave you a package of the fix.
I was gonna say
food, man.
that might have been on purpose. That flow. That might have been on purpose.
It's
Honestly, that's the one downside to the record that I didn't like. There's actually two things. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not feeling like I said that little break because I just feel like something's missing at that point. I really feel like it was probably like they eliminated something or muted something.
Possible.
But the production was, not to cut you off, but the production was good though. The song was good. The flow was good.
I'm not feeling Shorty though. I'm not feeling her at all though.
Yeah, it's like Trip said.
Like not even a little bit. Like I thought she was a hook, and then I found out she had a verse. I was like, "Oh, you got a verse?" That's exactly how I felt. I was like, "Okay, maybe for like a hook." And all I kept thinking while she was doing what I thought was a hook was like, "Who's fucking this chick? Like, whose girl is this?"
Favorite, baby,
Oh man!
Jules on that take your shoes off and go make me a sandwich type shit.
I was just saying, like she don't sound like good.
Have you ever had to be that engineer sitting in the studio? Was like, yeah.
I think she pissed him off because I think she pissed Mike Dean off because like she sounds terrible.
This is what's happening.
Yeah, like you look around like, oh, word, oh, she's on the record. Like, all right, I'll cue her up.
All right, so here's the thing though. Has anybody ever heard her on another track?
No.
And that's the
Not
thing.
that I can maybe recognize. I mean, maybe I have, but I didn't know it was her.
So
but
we can't make
I got a better one for you. Who cares?
I mean, listen, hey.
That's fucked up, man. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up, man. She was out there.
I'm just keeping it real.
She was trying,
keep moving. You know, so we got a few more records.
Yeah, listen. Yo, this is the same guy who doesn't put AZ on the Audacity list, so you can't.
Whoa, calm down. You need to.
I told you already, man. I told you already, bro.
Chat. As crazy as you may think that for what I just said, your man Ike Infamous puts AZ in a category. The way the government puts heroin and weed in the same thing that's ridiculous, he puts Nori and AZ in the same category. Okay? That's your man right there.
I don't put him in the same category. You just do a really you do a good job at trying to make me believe he doesn't belong in the room.
Chat, you too quiet, chat. Chat, please get at this man. Get at this man. Get this man.
Yeah, peace. What up? Peace.
Have some information.
Oh, please.
Tanya Heron is Mike Dean's wife.
There you go.
And they were fighting. They were fighting at that time.
She has been on other songs. She's been on a joint with Pimp C, Zero, some other Scarface joints, Mike Jones. So she got
credits.
So basically, what you're saying is she has a
Max,
more.
Put a picture of this woman right here, Max. Put a picture of this woman right here. I need to see what this woman looks like.
So what you're saying is,
I need to see what this dope fiend look like right here.
Hold on. What you're saying is her career.
That's a man's wife.
Her career her career is way better and longer than ours. That's what you're saying, right?
I'm saying she sounds like she off that lean. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Lord. Every time
are not the views and opinions of each speaker.
Yeah, every time I try to give Jules a chance, every time I get a chance to say, "Hey, Jules, I'm giving you the chance to get out," like time out, man, like step to the side. He
I
just
don't need your
deliberately
Molly Percocet.
Calm down. I got this.
Get your hands off of me.
I'm Shaq. You Kobe. You feel me? Like, I got this.
I mean, just make sure you got Triple C's number close by in case
all the time, baby, all the time. Listen, we're gonna keep playing music.
Wait.
We
didn't even talk about Faith Evans.
Yo, so yeah, I want to talk about the Neptunes record for a minute. What do you guys think about the Neptunes record?
I don't dislike it, but
are either of these records on the skip factor? Let's get to it. Are either of these records on the skip factor?
I'm not skipping it. It's not that bad. But I will say that the Neptunes beat kind of sounded a little lazy. Like I feel like I've heard that sort of pattern from them before on
that was definitely their signature sound.
Yeah, I heard that from Cleese. when he did Khalees.
That definitely sounds like it could have been a Khalees record. I'm not mad at it again, but I'm not skipping it, to be clear, but I don't think it adds a heck of a lot to the album. I'll say that.
I'm not feeling it too much. I like the vibe. It's not whack. It's got a cool vibe, but like you said, it's very lazy, even for the Neptune style at that time. It just felt like this is like a. You wouldn't give this one to Jay.
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
I just think it. I don't skip it. I don't dislike it. I just think it's not the right beat for Scarface. Because the beat is not whack. I just think it's not that signature Neptune sound.
I don't think it's great either, though.
Him.
I think I've heard hotter Neptune beats, even for that era. Like a Britney Spears Neptune's beat in that era was hotter than that beat.
Sure.
You feel me? I will say this though. Who saves the record for me? Faith Evans.
Right.
Well,
maybe this should have been a solo Faith Evans record. And then it would change. You see now, if imagine Faith throughout the song, it changes the perception of the record.
Because I really feel like she saves it. I think she does a good job. I like her hook. I like her little bridges. I really do. I'm not even being funny about it. I just don't. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna fall on the skip for me because it definitely has a vibe. But
what if she wrote it all?
Say again.
What if she wrote it all and it was part of some barter system shit?
Possible. Yeah. Sometimes people hear that shit like, let me put a verse on that.
I could easily hear Faith this being a solo record for her during her turn. And to your point, Rev, maybe some deal had to be cut. You know what I mean?
Like you write this song for them and you out of here.
Yeah.
Because she's the only one that kind of left Bad Boy unscathed.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, she left
that we know about. He could have got her on some publishing money shit.
Yeah, she talks about it.
You see what I'm saying?
Like her book is wild. That shit. But anyway, Face is let's get
that
back
guy.
to
Shout out to Icy Vamp in the building. Icy Vamp, we see you. Happy holidays.
Ribeye in the air fryer, man. I just gotta.
Got the ribeye in the air fryer. I'm not in front. I mean these little coconut macaroons over here. Eats, beats, and rhymes. You know what I'm saying? To let you know.
Maybe it's them shits that got you. Maybe it's them shits that got you acting up out here tonight, man.
Yo, what you need is some nutrients, bro. You need because you thinking AZ ain't that guy. AZ is that guy. I don't know where you got it twisted somewhere along the line. But AZ, that guy, brother. Anybody will tell you in the chat. Let this man know. Let this man know, please. I got no time for that. I gotta keep playing music.
Damn, kid.
Yeah, someone's got to get us to Great Adventure. Someone's got to keep driving.
Yeah, all right.
We're on our way. We're gonna keep playing music again every Monday night, 8 p.m. It goes down like this here on Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Make sure you check us out. And don't forget to check us out on YouTube as well. Like, subscribe, comment. We got a few more records to go. We're going to be playing a record called Sellout. Again, produced by one of the Suave House producers. I think I read somewhere on the booklet side of things they kept saying Tony Draper's name. That's why I keep bringing up Suave House for T-Mix because it doesn't say here on Wikipedia, but just kind of making that clear. And Heaven featuring Kelly Price once again, which is also has a little bit of a co-production situation with your man T-Mix from the Suave House again and Kanye West. One more again. So let's play Sellout in Heaven and start out with Sellout right here. Let's go.
Holla. In your 6-4 Chevy Impala. I'm at the niggas. Dollar for dollar. We gonna sit back and let the beat ride for a minute. Just for a minute. You know? That nigga alone with the rag on. It's been a long time coming. Now I'm back at it, flipping the script. I'm balling back to gangster rap classics. You know that shit that hit the hood and upset it. If real niggas respect it, the squares gon' rep it. I came in here to bring it to you. The uncut version of gangsterism with the nickel-plated Ruger. Quick to cock it on you, spark light in your eyes. The unexpected is happening to you now, nigga. Surprise. Who is it? Hey, let me say that one more time. Hey, motherfucker, lay it down. The ruler is back. Cause there's too many pussies out here making bullshit records and ruining rap. I got a check this whole game. Cause niggas out here listening to these record label bitches instead of doing they thing. I'm a real nigga, a street nigga till it's done with. And I can never let you talk me into dumb shit like selling out to move a few more units. Just keep me in the ghetto, cause the hood stay truest. You fuck around and cross the other side of the track and catch you a brick to realize you can't come back. I'ma stick to the facts. Fuck it if I don't go too. The homies know that face stay true, and though I got more muscle, my sounds don't change. Been the same ever since I stepped in the game. Now, this is for these niggas switching they shit, prostituting they self, trying to get them a hit. Suck a dick. Nigga. Bow down, nigga, before they fuck around and find your face down in the river. Talk down, nigga, and I'ma bust you in your mouth, nigga. Show you a fine ass nigga. You a sellout, nigga, and I'ma bust you in your mouth, nigga. Show you a fine ass nigga. Hey, so I talk a lot of shit, but you can bet that I'm the nigga out here backing it up. While you acting it up, I can prove you ain't as real as what you claiming to be. You the king on your block, but you ain't shit in DC. You ain't shit off in the city of Shy. You ain't shit off in the do it or die. They wanna skin you alive. Out here talking like you carrying arms. We don't shoot at motherfuckers, we can flip the script and carrying bombs. I can end it for niggas out here who hard in the booth. Any city I can hit the hood, can scar the truth. I know so much about these streets that I can walk on the slope. You can't tell me shit about your hood, I walked on your beat. I know your whole life story, plus I seen for myself. You got caught smoking dope, that's why they sent you to jail. Had you locked up with wetbacks. Only real niggas suffer setbacks. 90 days and I ain't gonna respect that. And you can sniff a snitch a mile away. Fuck him in his ass and feed him dick a pound a day. You a sellout nigga. Bow down nigga, before they fuck around and find your face down in the river. Talk down nigga, and I'ma bust you in your mouth nigga. Show you a fine ass nigga. You a sellout nigga. Bow down nigga, before they fuck around and find your face down in the river. Talk down nigga, and I'ma bust you in your mouth nigga. Show you a fine ass nigga. I got niggas out. It's gonna be some shit you might not understand, but you might have to rewind this shit a few times. Heavy. Check it out. I know tomorrow ain't a promise, that's why I live one day at a time. So when it's my turn, there'll be no crying. I'm aware that when my number's called, I'm punching the clock. No need for screaming at me, my. And plus, I wasn't really happy here to start with. Let that be told. My own homeboy was robbing me, and that's 3 cold. I said 3, it's all intentional, cause 2 don't count. When your own blood bitter and your homeboys bounce, who the fuck is you gonna trust when your road dogs are scheming? And every other corner you're passing a different demon. And now the closet's open, I'm remembering this. Your family's your backbones, your friends ain't shit. Now I'm believing what Russia was saying back in the days. When the homeboys left, she the only one staying. For that very reason, I'ma try to give her the world. I found heaven in the form of a girl. Everybody's saying,
my angel, my sunshine. That's the day that I found heaven in the form of a girl. My best friend, my good time. That's the day that I found heaven in the form of a girl.
Sell Out in Heaven, production coming from 2 different sources, but somewhat the same. T-Mix, again, out of that Suave House production team, is the producer on both songs, but there actually is a Kanye West credit on this Kelly Price featured Heaven, so there actually is some Kanye West involvement there. I don't know if I hear it, maybe it's the sample, who knows? But these are 2 records right now that are on the winding out portion of the album. There's 13 tracks. This would be track 10 and 11. I mean, these are the last 4 songs before the album's done. And I could see, as far as a track listing kind of positioning, why you would put these kind of around the end of the album, kind of sort of wrapping things up. Not that I don't like these records, but I'm not gonna lie, I probably would skip Heaven. I could see myself skipping Heaven. This is the first track I would skip.
The first track.
It's the one we just played. No, it's the one we just played with Kelly Price. The first one, Sell Out, I like. Sell Out is cool.
Sell Out is fire. Sell Out is fire.
Yeah, I like
Heaven, Heaven, it's so ill that Scarface was able to take you to like 6 different vibes down that path of righteousness at the same time of selling that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, he's right.
That is a crazy.
Bro,
it's a talent.
It's
a talent. It's a talent to do that, man. So like, I don't skip this record. I think this is one of those records where if you don't love the record, this is one of those records where you should be able to appreciate who Scarface is for what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not necessarily skipping it. I'm not necessarily skipping the record, but I'm not going to sit here and say it's the first one I'm running to. But I'm not skipping the record.
Is anybody? You're not skipping it?
I'm not skipping it either. I think now I will say I might go get up off the couch and go get a drink while I'm listening to this one.
Oh, Hobo, just to make your life easier because you're my friend, my brother, I'm gonna let you know you don't have to like wait for any kind of record to go get anything to eat or drink. It's easy surrounds you. You know, whatever you like, brother, whatever you like.
he might be watching the game. He might throw that record on. You know what I'm saying? Go pour a little something. Watch his Commanders win. You Commanders, right?
Nope.
He said nope.
Oh, my fault.
I just happen to live in the area. That's all.
You a
I'll take
Dolphins
that
fan,
back
right?
then. All right.
Man, but I do cheer for anybody that beats the Cowboys, except for the Eagles.
Oh man!
Shout out to DJ Hobo. Respect, dude. Respect, dude. Man, right there.
Didn't we just show? I don't know how Ike's giving me a hard time about Tanya Heron, and you dissed the whole city of Philly.
What are you talking? I didn't diss the whole city of Philly. I
dissed the teams. That's like this in the city.
No, it's not.
I gotta live in an Eagles household, man.
Listen, the sports teams of Philadelphia are entirely different and separated to me from the amazing food, from the amazing soul music, from the amazing MCs, Black Thought, all of that. I mean, it's just different. The Eagles and the 76ers and the Philadelphia Flyers.
Now you backtracking.
None of them.
Hey, no, I ain't backtracking. Sounds like someone that had Philly plans this weekend and just trying to backtrack and worried about his green or red light when he gets to the city. That's
man, I say it all the time, man. Yo, you love the food in Philly, bro. You love the music. You love South Street. You love all that shit, man.
I agree.
Fuck all those teams, bro. Fuck all those teams. Fuck the Eagles, man.
I've had some good times in Philly.
Well, I don't got nothing to root for, so whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Well, hold on, back to the game real quick. Well, not the game, the conversation. I mean, am I the only one who feels that this is a skip song? Like, or is it?
No, yes, you are.
Okay.
I can skip it.
Look, see?
I ain't skipping nothing. From Amityville. Shout out to Kelly Price, yo.
Is Kelly Price from Long Island?
She's from Amityville, man.
Say word. Shout out Kelly Price.
Yeah, Ella all day, man. The fuck, man.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, this is what we here tonight, to learn these kind of things. You know what I'm saying?
South.
I didn't think she was from the South, but I don't know why I associate her as Long Island. If I did New York, it would have never been Long Island because I don't think of Long Island at all. So
no, I don't think I mean that. Oh, you don't think of Long Island at all? I got you. I see.
No, man, I love my Long Islanders. You crazy? I love Long Island. Strong Island. You know what I'm saying? Strong Island. Listen, let's keep playing some more music because Triple C looking at you. Hey, listen, we don't even pay overtime, Triple C. I don't know why you get so excited. We don't pay anything, Triple C, so calm down. Let me find out. Let me find out somebody getting paid right here, Triple C. Let me find out.
Ain't me.
It ain't me. Listen, we got 2 more records to go. We're going to wrap it up right now. Like I said, we've been listening to the 5 Mike classic album that got labeled that by the Source magazine from back in 2002, pardon me. It was basically labeled The Fix, Scarface a Legend. We've been playing most of the album. I personally myself have come across the first skip track that I would. Apparently nobody else feels the same, which is a great, again, setting and ratio for the album, getting the 5 Mike. Everybody's liked everything so far. We have 2 more records to go. I Ain't the One, featuring the one and only Dub C out of the West Coast from that Dub C in the Mad Circle, if you know. And we have the outro. So basically 1 more song and an outro. And this next song, I Ain't the One, featuring Dub C, is produced by Tony Pizarro. I don't know if anybody knows anything about Tony Pizarro, but he apparently did this record. I think he was credited with Tupac Shakur's 1995 single Dear Mama as well. So
a big record.
Pizarro, yeah, that is. It says after Shakur's death, Pizarro reemerged as an executive for Def Jam Recordings and effectively promoted other hip hop acts, including DMX, Scarface, MOP, Dub C, and Keith Murray.
Weren't you at Def Jam? Y'all remember him, son?
I wasn't at Def Jam per se. I was at Universal, but my assignment at Universal was like handle the Def Jam shit. That was like my world of like we were two different companies, but I'm the liaison between the two. Like they're too bougie to touch the urban market, like go to the in stores and touch like the mom and pops. I'm the gloves that they use. I was the gloves that they use to touch the mom and pops. Cause like Def Jam won't walk in here, but I will. You know what I'm saying? I got these boards for you. I got these music promo. Again, for this album, for this very album, I don't know if I mentioned it off camera or not, we gave away barbecue grills for this album.
What?
We had a whole sort of barbecue theme.
What is barbecue
for the rollout? It was a summertime release. It was an August release, and we were just trying to chase the whole summertime vibe of getting this record played like My Block. My Block was the single that was moving. Guess who's back?
So y'all were giving up barbecues for real?
Not giving out. So what I was. So they gave me a certain amount. I didn't have a lot. It might have been like maybe 5 or 6, maybe 7. Not barbecues like anything that you may think you'd want in your house. I'm talking about the type of one that you get at the supermarket. Like, we go to the park real quick. Let me get that little barbecue right there. You got up top.
Yeah, little $25 joints.
I had like 7 of those. So it was like a packet, like typical like promo box. I had aprons. Oh, we had aprons to give away. Aprons, t-shirts, price shit like this, like I showed you guys earlier, the Def Jam and South.
So basically, you're saying you had 6 girls because you probably took one, no?
He definitely did.
Easy killer.
Went to the special accounts.
Hey, but you notice he didn't say no.
I'm just saying, listen, it was never absurd to keep something for yourself.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? to be like, well, I want one. You know, why does Eduardo from this company have to get one?
Yeah,
you know?
Eduardo.
I'm gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying?
Why gotta be Eduardo?
And he knows who he is if he was ever watching.
That's Doe's name.
Nah, but it ain't Doe's. I promise it ain't Doe's. Shout out to Doe's. This is again wrapping up the album that is The Fix by Scarface. We're gonna go ahead and get into that real quick. I Ain't the One by Dub C. This record is once again produced by Tony Pizarro. Let's go ahead and play that. And I'll just go ahead and play the outro right after that.
Dub C, Face Mob, South Side, West Side. Come on now, oh, come on now. Don't stop, don't stop. South Side, West Side, Face Mob, Dub C. Come on now, come on now, come on now, come on now. One is getting jacked for his flicking, and he who fucks with me gets the itchy, the Nina Nicky. 2 times 50-50, and now you got a hole in your head, looking sicky. I ain't the one that's getting jacked for his deuces, or slap toothless, you do what you doing. So what you got, a 40 cal? I got a 40 cal, plus another 40 cal today. Any nigga, plus the niggas that he run with. Don't make me up this motherfucker on some dumb shit. I ain't the one, I'm just as loony as the next dude. You fuck with me and I'm gonna send your ass to Neptune. You can only hate me, dog, but you can't pay me, dog. You best respect Face Mob, bitch, cause I ain't the one. Come on now, oh, come on now. And don't stop, don't stop. What they want now, what they want now, what they want now, what they want now. Come on now. Oh, come on now. I am the one to say I ain't the one to tuck it. Take dick and suck it. Say you one of them things without putting cut on it. Fuck it, bitch. I'm a ghetto nigga. 6'4" pedal nigga. From West Side to the South Side, the West Side nigga. And we're known to make the trigger jerk. Put them 23s in the dirt. Run with niggas who got that work. From X pills to pepper syrup. Mr. Murgatroyd. Off the bionic and sub seeking face back on them drugs. And we blazing no stems. And like my nigga Shaquille O'Neal, I keep them dating locals hanging on the center of rims. And hot ones in these hot guns will get you touched up. And if you think I'm just a rapper, bitch, you got me fucked up. I ain't no nigga to be chasing a bitch, licking her toes, sharing ice cream cones. So play like the group idea, bitch, and get on. I'm a frontline pusher. For the G's, I stay on the defense. Stay by the lane in the gutter, bitch, I ain't no sucker, not the one. Come on now, oh come on now. Don't stop, don't stop. What they want now? What they want now? Way into the back of the head, screaming.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's Scarface on the guitar.
Could be.
Could be, for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised.
His own beats. So
Right, that man makes beats. He plays instruments. Scarface is a beast. We've come to the conclusion of tonight's conversation. If you're enjoying us from early on, you know that Monday nights it goes down here on Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, and we were discussing the 5-mic dissection of The Fix by Scarface. Overall, I think I'm going to go around the room like we usually do. Shout out to everybody in the chat that joins us. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the chat about the overall consensus of Scarface's The Fix, the 2002 release. Did it deserve 5 mics? The last question of the evening, I'm going to go around the room, and I just want an answer real quick because, we're wrapping it up. Let's go ahead with my man, DJ Scandalous, a.k.a. Baba Midi. In your opinion, sir, The Fix, did it age well?
Yes, I'll say age well.
It has. Fair enough. How many years is this now? 22? 2. You're right. Well, coming up on, it's August. Yeah, 22. Yeah. Okay. DJ Hobo, Triple T Radio. What do you think? What do you think? Did this album age well?
For us, yes. I don't know if for the youth them, but for us, yes.
For the youth them, got you. Got you. Cool Breeze, what do you think, sir? Did this album age well, in your opinion?
yeah, no, it did. I mean, this sounds like something that actually is something that could have came out like last year or even, this year, in my opinion. So
You made DJ Hobo just put a voting booth in the chat. If you're joining us live on the chat, let us know what you think. Scarface 5-mic dissection. Did it deserve the 5 mics? Let us know what you think. This was a 5-mic rated album. I think well deserved, man. That's just my answer right there. I know I'm gonna get some more answers around the room real quick. I'm waiting for the Rev to come back onto the screen. The Rev to come back onto the screen. But
check it on that.
I think not only did it deserve 5 mics, I remember even calling it when I was working the project. I would play this in my car going to do a bunch of work shit, like which at that time and place I was going to visit a bunch of record stores and, develop relationships with the record store owners. But I would play this. It's something like I had a lot of records I got from work and I'd play them, but you had to play them just because you had to know them. There was like a sense of pleasure playing this album. Yes. And it was dope. And I remember being like, yo, this is like a 5-mic album. And then, I don't know, weeks or a month later, whenever the Source magazine dropped, a magazine, no website, no Instagram post, it was labeled 5 mics. I was like, oh shit, like I called it. I knew it because it was that good. I still feel that way today, even though I personally came up with a skip joint, but I do think it aged well. Triple C, what do you think? Did this album age well in your opinion?
Yes, it was a pleasant listen to album.
Pleasant to listen to. So polite, thank you.
Yo, I ain't never heard Triple C say pleasant.
You know what I'm saying? It was our pleasure. It was our pleasure, Triple C. It was our pleasure.
I wasn't mad at anything on it.
This was the album that was played at the wedding when they gave each other their Tech Nines as a gift, as a wedding gift.
All right, Infamous, what do you think about this album? Do you think it aged well?
Yeah, it absolutely did age well, and it definitely did deserve 5 mics. I forgot how clean it sounded production wise, and the mixing.
Really did. It really, really did. You made good rev. Good rev. You're on mute, by the way, so just make sure you unmute yourself before I get your answer. What do you think about this album, in your personal opinion? Did The Fix by Scarface age well?
I didn't know. I was yelling upstairs. My bad.
The brisket.
Ribeye, man.
The ribeye.
I definitely think this album aged well. I personally, for my own personal reasons, given their gauge of what they were giving 5 mics, I would have gave it 4.5.
No shit. Well, can I ask you which records made you obviously feel that little bit of reduction in score? Because you didn't join me in the skipping track, so I'm wondering like there's got to be a certain record or records that make you feel that way, right?
No, not necessarily. Just the flow of the album versus some of the flow of other albums that were slighted. Like I was really confused by their gauge when Moment of Truth didn't get 5 mics. I said, this album is just as good as any album that ever got 5 mics.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. So you're saying in hindsight, when you were living through that moment, you were like,
why Aquemini
this
got
one and not that
mics,
one?
And I'm not saying Aquemini doesn't deserve 5 mics, but it came out at the same time. I'm saying it came out the same day, you know what I'm saying, as Moment of Truth. And then, you fast forward, a few years, and then, now we're here, and then it's just a 5 mics. I give it a very, very strong 4.5. It's damn near a perfect rap album. I don't want to skip any records on it.
I think it's
so in your opinion, it did age well then?
Yeah, absolutely.
So when we come to the conclusion again, end of the night, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Tonight was a episode of the 5 Mic Dissection by The Source Magazine. Went over Scarface's The Fix. We've been dropping episodes again at the end of every month. Got a few right here. Got this Jay-Z blueprint right here. Got that Nas Stillmatic right here. And before you know it, this episode will be up. But on YouTube, which by the way, you should follow us on if you haven't. All right?
YouTube.
YouTube. Do your YouTube shuffle. Maybe we'll monetize one day. Who knows? Things can get crazy around here. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Please. If you're watching at home, subscribe on YouTube. Please. Subscribe on YouTube. Please. 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 You know what I'm saying? We get to 1,000 subscribers, I will reinterpret the hook on the Nas and Scarface record by Tanya Heron. You know what I'm saying? Call me Leaned Out Jules. And I'll do a similar impression.
Leaned Out Jules.
Yeah, double cup. Smashing fusion. Mass illusion. I'm gonna use these IKEA. I'm gonna double cup these IKEA cups. I'm gonna put another IKEA cup right
here. Yo, man. Just when you step out on the road to say these things, step out far enough that when the bus comes by, I don't got to get anything splattered on my clothes. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out to Cassette Bay, listening to us on a flight. Ay, shout out to you.
Shout out to Cassette Bay.
Word up.
Hey, that's what's up.
That's right. Spread the word on the airplane.
Spread the word on the airplane. Let me see your phone for a second. Is your phone working? Subscribe. Let me see your phone working. Subscribe. You know what I mean? That'd be the greatest gift you could ever give us in this holiday season. You know what I'm saying? Triple C is say again, Triple C who?
No, I was just saying shout out to Brad, man. Brad Jordan, man.
Oh, shout out to Brad Jordan. Yeah, like I said, I think he's not in the best conditions at the moment.
He wanted to change his name to that.
To Brad Jordan?
Yeah, he wanted to rap under that name. Like I don't know if you saw the Instagram post I put up where I got a chance to play a beat for him. And
you got a new subscriber. Shout out to the new subscriber.
Yeah,
I played a beat for Scarface. It was a Lou Rawls song, and I was like, "Yo, my grandmom's." Whenever Lou Rawls was on TV, it was like my grandmom's was hypnotized, yo. It was kind of wild, and I don't know. I just had something in the MP, and he came back there. He started messing around on the MP, and then he just started singing, "You'll never find." But it's on the page. But he came through because he wanted to change his name, man. I said, you can't go by anything other than Mr. Scarface.
Yo, Icy Vamp just admitted in the chat that it was her. Well, not admitted. She just told us in the chat. Yeah, she's the one who just subscribed. Shout out to you, Icy Vamp. Thank you so much.
Word
Tell
up.
your friends. Tell your loved ones. Like I said, it's a safe channel. You know what I'm saying? You see, I go black on the screen when I gotta do it. I gotta do it off the screen. It's a very safe channel.
It's a good gift.
It's a good gift. It's a great gift. Yeah, it's a good belated gift. Listen, I didn't get you anything. But have you checked out the Eats, Beats, and Rhymes merch store? There's some shit. You know what I mean? There's some shit. Check it out. And by the way, as DJ Hobo mentioned earlier tonight, if you guys happen to have Prime Amazon subscriptions, there is a way that you can subscribe to Eats, Beats, and Rhymes on Amazon for free. It costs you nothing. Apparently, it's part of your subscription. Show a little love there, too. If you, he's got another one. Another subscriber. I see y'all. You see what I'm saying?
It's how it goes.
It's like we're like what's the dude from the Scrooge movie? We're like little Timmy with the crutches. Like everybody just wants to be a holiday spirit. Make sure we're walking at the end of the day.
Bob
You know what I'm saying? I ain't no Bob Cratchit. You know what I'm saying? I'm little Timmy with the broken leg. And they want to see us walk. They want to see us get up. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all for subscribing. Thank you so much. We're gonna wrap it up. Brad Jordan, aka Scarface, needs his flowers. This album definitely Five Mike, well-deserved project, as we all kind of agree on. It did age well. I definitely will be playing this album again in rotation. That I heard it again. I just hadn't heard it in a long time, but I remember really liking this album for sure.
Oh, it's a banger.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Again, we do this every Monday night. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. But here on Twitch, we get going every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Hit the notification bells. We're going to get ready to rate out, if you don't mind, DJ Hobo.
Give out shout out to everybody who listened to us throughout the year.
Oh, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Well, we got what? We got 24 mine. Oh, wait, what's it? I forgot your cousin's name again.
Take your time, Triple C. Breathe. These are big numbers, Triple C. These are big numbers, Triple C.
Mastermind.
4K.
Shout out to
Mastermind, man.
DJ Sensor.
No.
YZ. Max. Thanks for doing the video stuff for us.
Max, thank you so much, brother.
Well, so
you talking shit? They talking shit in the chat? What are they talking about?
Nah, somebody said,
she said she's gonna make a ghost account. I'm like, hey, she's gonna make a ghost account. Icy Vamp says she's gonna make another Google account just to hear me go, hey.
Shout out to Icy Vamp, Nerd Chris.
Nerd Chris, congratulations, Nerd Chris. Yeah, Nerd Chris had a good year.
Yeah.
Digitally, that's all I'll say. I don't know about personal life, but even though what I see personally through the digital screen, it looks like it's been a good year. Shout out to him. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
No doubt.
DJ John Henry, shout out.
Yep. Shout out to you too, sir.
It's
been a fun year, man. I definitely enjoyed doing this with you guys. Like I said, and this includes everybody from the chat to everybody in this room. You guys make it all possible. We talk a lot of shit in here. A lot. I love it. I love it. But it's a safe space, and it's a safe hip hop space. It's always music. It's always music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shout out to the guests we had. We had Ike Smith, Jazz.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jazz.
Shout out to my brother Jazz as a guest. Word up. Shout out to Terminology. Shout out to Good Rev. Terminology.
Good Rev, thanks. DJ Evil D, thank you.
Yeah.
Malcontent.
Shout Malcontent.
Yeah.
But do you see the level of entertainment we're trying to bring y'all? We've had Evil D on here. We have Terminology on here. You know what I'm saying? Like we're trying to entertain. Are you not entertained? Are you not? Hit that subscribe button on your Amazon Prime. Hit that shit.
Yeah, we promise we're gonna step it up more next year.
We are. A lot of dope stuff coming again. Another dope episodes. Again, always let it be known in the comment section what kind of battles you want to see us do. Let us know. And maybe we'll start taking suggestions on albums. We'll do the listening reactions too. Maybe they need to let us know what we need to be listening to versus us always trying to come up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we end in a 3-way tie. Me, Scan, and Trip C, and in the 3-way tie. Score of 8 for winning the battle.
The most wins?
Overall game. Yeah, for the most wins. So
hold on, that's a big deal. Big deal. Recap. Say it again.
So me, myself, Trip C, and DJ Scan, we topped the list of wins for the year with 8 wins apiece. You know what I mean? So let me see if I can get all the wins right here. So Scan with 8, DJ Hobo with 6, Cool Breeze with 5, Trip C, like I said, with the 8, the Good Rev with 2. I have 8 myself, and Malcontent, when he was a guest on the show, he has 2 wins also. Whether it be for the singles battle, for the singles battle, or whether it be 2 or more people or one person stood on a hill, like I did last week with the Neptunes and Timbaland. So,
yo, that's crazy because there's shout out to all the losers too. There's like 3 winners.
The singles.
There's
like
3. You said there's like 3 winners, so it's like let's be real. Second place is a loser at this point. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the losers, but it's dope that we have this many people.
Hell, man.
What? I'm sorry, man.
No, it's the games. It depends. You know what I mean? When we start on what hill you standing on, and everybody gets on
this
the
ain't
side.
No game.
So it might be like 2 to 3. Yo, man, we keep it score. Somebody, I think it was the bus driver of this whole entire vehicle. You know what I mean? It was Jules that was started up with the keeping track of or something like that because he was talking slick, and then it just evolved into how about we keep score. So. That's it.
I love that there's an actual scorecard for those that want to know stats. You know, saying your man, Ike Infamous has taken on his his position in the company to become the little chubby dude from Moneyball. You know what I'm saying? The numbers guy.
No,
and he wants to make sure.
No,
yeah. But he's gonna take on Jonah. What's his name?
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill's
about to go 95 live, man.
He's money. That character in Moneyball. You gonna be the guy that puts the numbers together for us. Let us know like the stats, how we can improve everybody's score.
Down to the analytics.
It's always about analytics. There's always data. There's always data.
We can see who kind of knows they hip hop in a snub kind of way because the singles battle is hilarious. The singles battle, like when we get into the singles battle, that should be hilarious, man. I never win those, but I'm just saying.
I mean, let us know too in the chat. Like, technically, you've seen us grow because a lot of y'all are in here all the time with us, so we appreciate y'all. So you've seen us have one dedicated show, which was Who Do You Got, to then evolving to Who Do You Got, the singles battle, so we can get more music, right? And then we've evolved to the 5 mic dissection, and now we're gonna introduce this tasting menu. Shout out to the new episode dropping soon. So it's like, do you guys like these? Do you want more or less of the others? Like, what do you guys like? And if you don't care, you just want to hang out on Mondays, good with that too. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of like what we want to do.
Send all your feedback to HR. You know what I mean? The real cool.
Wait, should we get a voting? Should we get a voting thing? Hobo?
For what?
Should we do that? Like, we have 4 shows now. Like, are they cool? Like, do they like that? Do they not? Is there? I don't know. In fact, that's a long question, right? Like, that's like a weird.
Yeah.
Do you like us?
Like, yes or no?
Do you? But like what? Like as a friend or like as a singles battle? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you like?
No.
As a who do you got or like as a 5 mic that say like how do you like us?
No.
You went in a group thing?
No Diddy, but you like there's a lot of us in here. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we got all. That's how they say it down here. All.
Oh man, that's hysterical.
Speaking
Happy New Year's to everybody.
Yeah,
I got ribeye, man.
Yeah, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap things up. The Rev is a good point. DJ, if you don't mind finding us a raid, please. We're gonna say goodbye again. Shout out to everybody that joined us all year. Appreciate you guys. Like I said, it's been
happy 2024, 2025, baby.
For sure. Like I said, like we'll basically see you guys next Monday. We'll see
2020 live,
son.
Yeah.
Getting real live in the 25, man. We're getting real live in the
2020 live.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
Word.